evening, welcome to the Derby Debrief from RamsTV. Owen Bradley with former Derby captain Sean Barker with you live from Pride Park Stadium, where Derby County are still waiting for their first home league win of the season after getting a point against Southampton this afternoon. But it was Derby's best footballing performance of the season so far. In truth, they fell behind to Adam Armstrong's goal after just 7 minutes, but responded through Patrick Agyemang's header 5 minutes before half-time, his first goal for the Rams. Both goalkeepers busy in this one, no breakthrough for either side as the game went on. So the spoils shared at Pride Park this afternoon. And Barks, there's obvious frustration that Derby is still waiting for that first home win, but you've been wanting to see a performance. Did you see one today?
Absolutely. It was what we've been waiting for in terms of performance here at Pride Park. First and foremost, I think they played against a very good side in Southampton. I've got no doubt that they will be up towards the top end with the quality that they've got, with the way that they play, the possession stats. Very, very good side. But we played our part in an excellent game of football. The in-possession stuff was better than we've seen. There's a lot more detail, a lot more control in the build. Got into really promising positions, especially in the wide areas at times. I thought Ozo was outstanding for the 60-70 minutes he played. Got a little bit tired, as did quite a few in the second half. Morris, again, was outstanding. So in terms of looking at individuals, I thought there were 6 or 7 really tremendous performances. The group looked better. There was more cohesion, more flow to the way that they played. They created more clear-cut opportunities. And as you mentioned, both goalkeepers ended up working quite hard in the game to keep them in it. So positive performance, not too fussed about not picking up 3 points. It would have been nice, of course, but I said for a few weeks, the performances come, then the results will follow. So really positive afternoon, and one that can showcase what we've got looking forward ahead.
More for Barks in a moment or two, but let's get some reaction from downstairs. Here's the boss, John Eustace.
Yeah, I'm happy with a point. I wanted all 3, of course, but that's going to come. You know, I'm not worried about that so much. You know, I'm really happy with the way we played today. I thought we were really good with the football, especially first half. To go a goal down so early from really poor defending was disappointing, but I think we got straight back on the horse, and the way we dominated that first half was really pleasing. We got some great areas. We asked for a bit more composure in the final third today, and I thought we got that. The deliveries on the right hand side were excellent in that first half, and you know, we created 2 or 3 really good chances that, you know, hopefully next time we can put away.
Yeah, you reacted almost immediately to going a goal down. How pleased were you with that response? It's
what I expect. You know, whenever we've had any difficult moments, any difficult halves, or we go a goal down, you know, we compose ourselves, and you know, it happened on Tuesday. That, you know, for that first 37 minutes on Tuesday night, I felt that we got into some fantastic areas, but we weren't composed enough. We would go a goal down, and then there's a bit of tension, and quite rightly so, and a bit of pressure then for the boys to come in. Second half they came out and I think played really good football. We were very positive, and then today we've continued it, you know, but the difference today, I felt we were a little bit more composed in that final third, and you know, for the whole of the 90 minutes.
Patrick Agyemang gets your equaliser. First goal for him clearly meant a lot to him. I imagine it means an awful lot to you and the rest of the dressing room.
Yeah, it means a lot to everyone. You know, Patrick's a smashing lad. He's adapting to the Championship. That's his 3rd game in a week. You know, I think, you know, Patrick was very tired today going into the game. You know, but what quality he has in that final third, you could see came out. You know, we knew in areas we could have really hurt them today, Southampton, and that was pleasing that it paid off. But the effort he's put in over the last 3 games is immense, and he's only going to get better and better, you know, and this is when we're talking about players coming in and adapting and getting their full fitness. You know, when the players are fully fit and firing, you know, we're going to have some super players.
He's just been talking to us about the relationship with Carlton Morris in particular. Are we really starting to see the signs of what you want from them as a partnership?
Yeah, I think so. But again, you know, Pat's getting used to the Championship. He's getting used to that physicality. You know, he's going to get better. Carlton's a fantastic mentor, a great player for us, and we're really grateful that he's here. And I think his performances have been outstanding. You know, the work that he's doing off the ball as well to allow us to play them too is sensational, really. And still to get into that goal scoring opportunity as well is full credit to him. And you know, the goals are going to start coming back for Carlton as well. But you know, for his all-round effort for the team is sensational.
Given the performance today, would you prefer not to have a break next weekend?
Excuse me. No, I think again it's about regrouping, more work on the training field. Getting more training time into Rian and players like that. So we regroup. We look at where we've done well for the first 8 games, where we need to improve as well. So it's a good time to settle things down and do a lot of good work on that training field, which is where games are won on a Saturday.
That's the Derby boss, John Eustace. You'll hear from the goal scorer Patrick Agyemang shortly as well. Pretty happy by sounds of things with today, Barks, and understandably so. Not happy with the opening 7 minutes of the game. Just too easy for Adam Armstrong.
Yeah, I think it was Manning that had an opportunity a few moments before where he hit wide from quite close range. The goal was really poor. Ozo let the ball go over his head, but at this point he's in the box, Armstrong. He's got 4 players around him, 4 experienced players, well 3 especially, with Travis, Clark and Forsyth. You have to make a tackle. If you're not making a tackle, you get between the ball and the goal. You have to make contact of some sort, and if you look at it there, he's just driving through. There's a bit of fortune from his part, but he's allowed to take a shot 8 yards out, 1v1 with the keeper. It shouldn't happen, and it's a really disappointing way to start the game, because at that point you're chasing. We obviously got our goal in the first half, which was brilliant, and it set up for an interesting second half. So great response from the conceding the goal. That was probably one of the highlights, is the fact that we got ourselves back together. We showed a bit of composure, and ultimately we ended up scoring a goal. Great ball from Fireman into Patrick Agyemang, and he hung in the air and finished how we're expecting a few goals to be finished by him this season.
As he says in the interview, he's a tall guy, 6'5", 6'6", and he can jump. He's going to score chances like this. Yeah,
but he's got an all-round athletic ability. His attributes aren't just he's a big boy that you have to find in the box. I think he can run the channels really well, and I think the fitter he becomes and the more the players understand what he's capable of, he'll get into opportunities based with running beyond. The chance that Cotton Morris set him up, again, running on the shoulder, using his pace, should have gone across the keeper, should have potentially got his second of the game. But he's a handful, and centre-halves don't like dealing with handfuls. If you drop into a little bit of space, sometimes it's easy to go tight, but he's looking to stretch it, he wants to go short, he's reliable on the floor and wants to kind of bully people with the ball at his feet. He's comfortable in the air, so working out his attributes, working out the most of how to get goals, and he looks like he's going to get goals this season.
One of the criticisms of Derby so far this season has been they haven't created an awful lot of clear-cut chances. That wasn't the case today. Slightly more clinical finishing, and maybe it's a different story, but how encouraged are you to see the movement today and the chances that they did have? Yeah,
and it's not just the chances created. You can create 6 or 7 good chances from set pieces alone. So it's the way that we find ourselves in the final third, the little bit of detail to get us there. The quality of the balls in was much better. We had different types of opportunities, which then gave me that little bit of optimism that we're going to find different ways to score this season. It's been a little frustrating to this point. That's why I was so keen to see a performance with a bit of everything, and I thought that was showcased from the boys today. So yeah, a little bit more clinical finishing. Their goalkeeper was excellent, as was Zetterstrom, so both keepers did their bit to play a part in the game. But everything that we were hoping for, everything we were wanting against a very good side was evident today, and that's only going to fill confidence in this group when they come back from international duties. And
we shouldn't forget Jakob Vidal Zetterstrom, because Southampton did have chances as well, as you'd expect for a side that are expected to be there or thereabouts in terms of the automatic promotion race.
Yeah, the way that they attack, the pass and move in, they make a little bit of a box in midfield with the 2-10s dropping in. Their 1 and 2 touch football, especially in the central area, was excellent. Wing backs are very eager to get forward and create that width for them. So they get in good positions, and they created a couple of really good opportunities. I think they'll be frustrated that they didn't make a little bit more of them, but when Zetterstrom was called upon, he made big saves, and some were comfortable and some were very good, but the detail of how he got the ball away when he made the saves was excellent. There's a couple of times Armstrong, as he does, waiting in those areas for any sort of knockdowns, any sort of palm away into the central areas, but Zetterstrom certainly played his part. So yeah, from back to front to back, every individual player, the subs that came on, they all played a part in it, which was a terrific game of football, and one that both sides showcase what they're able to do this season.
Well, let's get a word from Derby's goal scorer Patrick Agyemang, off the mark for the Rams.
Yeah, I loved it. I was waiting for this moment for a little bit, and to do it at home is the best feeling. Celebrating right in the stands as well. It's been a blessing.
It's the sort of goal that I think I always imagined you scoring as well, towering header.
Yeah. I mean, we talked about it. I like, especially in my presence, tall guy, and I could jump as well. So I just wanted to be somewhere up there, and I saw the ball, saw the flight, and I said, that's my ball. So it was good to see it going in.
And I've noticed you like to engage with the crowd, and you really try to get them going afterwards too.
Yeah, always. Especially when we play football, you want the fans to be with you and enjoying the game with you, and I try to do as much as possible with my play. And whenever I score, I love engaging with them always, and I just hope we could do more and get more points going as well.
Do you feel as though you've been building towards it, that the more football you've played, the more minutes you've had recently?
Yeah, I'm getting there. Still don't, obviously it's not like 100% because I just got here, and obviously I just recovered from my surgery, so I feel like I'm getting closer and closer to the player I want to be, and I think with the support and the team, they're setting me up for success.
Is there a bit of learning the championship as well, and maybe learning what you maybe can and can't get away with in the division?
Of course, 100%. It's ruthless. It is ruthless. It's very competitive, and it's a physical league. I think the fouls would be fouls aren't fouls, so I have to realize that, and I think that comes with game time and more experience. So I know as the time goes and the season goes, I'm going to adapt more, and I know the results are going to come as well.
And your goal helped Derby to get a point today. What do you make of the performance from the boys?
Yeah. We were determined to work hard no matter what and play. I think it was just unfortunate we didn't capitalize on a couple. I think I had another one as well where I could have took advantage of, and I'm still beating myself up a little bit with that one. But it's good to see at least we're creating chances for ourselves, and I think we're trying to be a defensive team, strong defensive team as well, and not concede many goals. And I think right now we're building there, and I think as time goes, everything will click.
Talk to me about the relationship with Carlton Morris, because it seems to be growing all the time.
Yeah. We talk about it together often, especially in training and stuff. We want to be a force to play against. We want defenders not to fear us when we play. And I think today you can see it. As the games are going, we've been really building that connection. He's holding the ball up, flicking on. I'm setting him. I'm trying to just be around him as much as possible, and he's trying to play off me as well, so we could build that relationship. But I think it's growing.
And no rest for you? Ready for international duty next week?
Yeah, ready for it. Flight tomorrow. This is what I want to do. I want to play. I want to get better, and I think this is going to help me.
Pat, congratulations. That's Patrick Agyemang after his first Derby County goal. Results from the Championship weekend so far then, with one game still to come this weekend. That is the East Anglia Derby tomorrow. In the lunchtime games, a point between Blackburn and Stoke. Hull beating Sheffield United, whose tough start continues, and Coventry, the day's big winners, 5-0 their triumph at Hillsborough, taking them top of the table. That's because Middlesbrough's unbeaten start is over. They lost at Portsmouth today. Millwall winning them at home as well. Preston beating Charlton at Deepdale, and Watford coming from behind to beat Oxford. Wins on the road for Leicester, who are up to third. They beat Swansea, and for Queen's Park Rangers, who came from behind to win at Bristol City. An impressive win there. So Coventry now top, with Middlesbrough second and Leicester just behind. West Brom slipping out of the top six after their defeat today. At the other end, Derby just a couple of points and a couple of places above the bottom three. I think lots expected Oxford United and Sheffield Wednesday to be in there, but not Sheffield United, bottom of the pile with just 3 points after 9 games. That's just about it from us for now. If you want more reaction to today's game, it'll be on the website, dcfc.co.uk. We're back in a fortnight's time, but for now, from me, Barks, and the rest of the RamsTV team, goodbye.